Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Mr. Gaming Counselor, Jeff Hit It.
Welcome to the Counselor's Office.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back in the Counselor's Office. And by the title, you already know what's going to happen. I did a video talking about the true, brutal honesty, like how I felt about Destiny 2. And I feel like things have happened since that video. Thank you for the love on that video. But we've got to talk about Lightfall. Not Lightfall, sorry. Final Shape. We got to talk about the Final Shape. But we got to talk about Bungie as a whole. And I think the perfect place where I want to jump at, the root of how Bungie can make Destiny great again, is to look at this mindset. Let's go, okay? So we've got right here, we got this post. I wish I could zoom in. Can I'm not GX, or I'm not, whatever. Y'all can see it. I'm sorry. We have Sean. He's a PR dude. A trash can person. Sorry, you're trash. Baldur's Gate 3 came out. Huge success. No microtransactions. Full, complete story. It probably has bugs, but the community was okay with and well received. Okay? Sean here, please put some thought into it before you proclaim this as what AAA titles should be moving forward. 6 years plus 400 people with insane funding due to the IP have given BG3 a big boost. It's truly unrealistic to expect this on a regular basis. This is a mindset in the gaming sphere, which is stupid. How many companies could take 6 years but refuse to do so? How many companies, gaming companies, have more than 400 people? Insane funding. I'm sorry, Ubisoft? EA with their loot boxes? Activision? Bungie with their Sony deal? Woo! You know what? 400 people, so many, when I think Bungie has over 1,000. But you know what? You are right. We should... Here's the thing. And I'll get back to this in a minute. Why am I tying this really into Destiny? Because it's the mindset, right? So let's kind of scroll down. There's a little clap back. We've got very AFK. This is like the head honcho here. Let's see. What is it? Director of Publishing at Larian Studios. He is the dude. And he's like, what funding? They fund themselves. So the big honcho comes out like, what are you talking about? Why does this matter for Destiny 2? We're getting to that point. I want to talk about the mindset of Bungie. The fact that they don't want to over-deliver. In fact, I don't have it pulled up, and I should. Bungie doesn't want to over-deliver. It's easy to pull this up. How easy is it to pull up? There. This one. Beware over-delivery. This was actually part of Bungie. This right here, this image, has circulated the internet. They're feeling on beware over-delivery. You're creating patterns. It's a mindset. And people are out there, well, that was just for certain things. No. It is a true mindset, and I'm going to show you why. You know that the post we talked about? Here we have our friend here, the end of your. Just FYI, Dirty F and Hippie, which, by the way, that is one of the Destiny community managers. They actually had no funding. This post is false. Not sure why you're tagging me, but thank you. Just a friendly heads up, because you liking it showed up in public feed, which means it spreads to others even though it's misinformation. I don't have it liked. Yep, you definitely don't have it liked. There, let's see. Lillian Rupert. You definitely don't have it liked. Yep. Yep. And if you want like to actually see this, let's see if I can pull this up. Let's see. Is it just wait for it? Okay. Hey, come on, like. There we go. Just destroy my layout for a second. Okay. There you go. Liked it. I don't have it liked. Funny. Twitter is a funny thing. Twitter is a funny thing. It is. It's a funny thing. This is such a silly thing to argue about, but incorrect. I'm staying far away from this discourse. Now, I don't know if what she's implying is this is incorrect. That she did not like this. Which is very possible. And here's the funny thing. Watch this. Are you guys watching this? Here, I got this right here. I'm gonna like it. You can't see it. See? I've liked it. And then it goes away. Wow! It's magical! Just like that, the like is gone. So she's showing that she hasn't liked it. Okay, so I'm gonna say this person, why would this person randomly tag a community manager? Why would this person go out of their way to start beef with a community manager? Let's see. I'm curious. If I click on them, who are you? Just a huge, let's see. I just want to see the behavior. Just what's our behavior here? I don't see anything. I see I'm seeing some feeling, but I see nothing that's going out of their way to attack or say anything to a community manager. But here you have it. You have yourself a community manager liking a tweet about not overperforming. I'm going to undo this. Try to put it back to where it was at. Come on, come back to me. There we go. We're back. Okay. And if you think this isn't it, let's look at the other mindset. It's not the only one, and I'll get to it in a minute. But do we remember? Do we remember this incident where another Bungie developer made a comment about Diablo and started a whole lot of drama? This is not the first time Bungie has had a mindset of attacking other games or having opinions because their game looks bad because of it. I don't have the other tweet. I tried to look for it, but there was another developer that was going on and telling a gamer that they are just an armchair developer. It was a complaint like, what do you know? You're an armchair developer. I wish I could find the tweet. Here. You know what? Armchair developer. Yep. That's me. You know what's funny about the whole situation? You know what's really funny about the whole situation? Especially those that like to say, oh, you're an armchair developer. Or developer or Bungie devs or CMs who like to point out, what do you know about development? You know what? I don't know. But I do know about games. In fact, I can think me alone and some of the streamers and other people, community, probably have more time with the game than the developers themselves do. I probably have spent more hands-on playing the game as is than the developers themselves. That's a bold statement. I would love to be proven wrong, but I guarantee that there is gamers out there, not just me, but gamers out there who've spent more time with the game than the developers do. And they work there. If anyone can give feedback, criticism, tell you what's not working, what is working, it's the gamers. It is the consumers. If I go to a restaurant, and it's funny because the dev essentially was like, shut up. The dev literally who was arguing with this person on Twitter, and God, I wish I had the tweet, was essentially telling them to shut up. Enjoy the game as it is. Listen, if I go to a restaurant and I order the chicken Alfredo noodles, bathed in some good Alfredo sauce. Oh, it sounds good. Especially since I'm on keto, I can't have Alfredo or chicken Alfredo noodles. I order that. Then the waiter comes out from the chef, drops off this chicken Alfredo, or what's supposed to be, and the Alfredo sauce is missing. But not only that, but the chicken is raw still. And the noodles, they're undercooked. And I look at them, I'm like, you know what? This is not chicken Alfredo. This is not what I wanted. This is not what was advertised. The chicken needs to be fully cooked. The noodles need to be tender. And you need to add sauce on top of that. Sprinkle it with some Parmesan. Do you think that the waiter is going to tell me, shut up, eat it? That's what you get? You're not a chef. Why do you don't get to tell me how to do my job? You're not the chef. You can't complain about this. You can't tell us how we need to do things. Yes, I can. I'm a consumer. If I do go to a restaurant and it's not the way I want it, they're going to take it back to the kitchen. They're either going to add what's missing or they're just going to make a whole new dish. And they're going to make sure that I am satisfied because I'm a consumer. You work for me. I don't work for you. You work for me. Developers are no different. The difference is I don't go up to the waiter and make death threats. I don't go and belittle them and make them feel less than human. But I can give them criticism. I can complain. As someone who worked in retail for 10 years, the customer is always right, even when they're not. You don't argue with the customer. Just like Bungie is. They argue with their customers. And they look like fools. Even if they're wrong. If there's a Karen who's just over the top crazy, guess what? I smile, I help them, I do my job. As long as they're not putting they're being emotionally, verbally abusive, and they're trying to put their hands on me, which they'd be asked to leave. But if they have criticisms, or if they're yelling or shouting and they're upset, if it gets too much over the top, they're out. But if they have real criticisms and they're upset, they have a right to be. Something's not stocked that's advertised that should be there. They have a right to be upset. There's only 2 employees in electronics. And one is in unloading and sporting goods, and another one's cutting fabric, but no one's around to help someone get a game from the game case. And they're upset. That's understandable. These are critiques. You need to have proper staff. You need to have things loaded up. Does it always work that way? No. But it's okay for people to bring these criticisms. But for Bungie, no, we're right, you're wrong. And if you say anything too much, you are hurting our little feelings. It's abusive. We can't communicate to you guys anymore. We're combative. We're lying. Because this is the mindset. This right here, this is the Bungie mindset. This is not over delivering. Right here. Do not expect over delivery. And that's the problem. We spent 15 minutes, but this is important. Bungie does not want to over deliver. They need to. For Destiny to succeed, but also for Lightfall to succeed. They need to stop doing this, attacking other games who are doing it better, making comments to people complaining about their game. How about you shut up Don't tell us to shut up. You shut up. Take the criticism like big boys and girls. Huff and puff all you want. And listen to your consumer. We are your consumer. If I buy a car and it's missing air conditioning and blinkers, and you try to tell me, I'm sorry, but we just don't have the funds, we don't have the people to finish that product, I'm returning it. I'm going to go somewhere else. This is not okay for any game. This should be the standard. Baldur Gate 3 should be the standard. A good, polished game. There's no excuse when you're multi-million company. When you have more than 4,000. Could Bungie take 6 years to make this epic long game? Could they take a year and have a couple of months in between? Yes, they could. But then they don't make money. And that's the core here. They don't care about you. They care about your money. But what they don't understand is when I go to a restaurant and you give me crap, you're not getting my money. I'm walking out. I'm not paying for that. You took all that time to make this product, but I'm not touching it. You just wasted your money. Because I sure ain't wasting it. Here, let's talk about over delivery, because that's what Bungie needs to do, okay? Let's do some armchair development. So let's see here. Here we have, let's say this right here, this line is Forsaken. This is the top of the pyramid. This is Overdelivery. This is Shadow Keep. This is hard to do on a mouse. And Light LF. Let's just do light. That's in T. That's Lightfall. We got Shadowkeep as at the bottom of the barrel. We got on the top, we have Forsaken. That's Overdeliver. On the bottom, we have Shadowkeep and Lightfall. And then here we have Beyond Light. I put a little effort into it. And then right here, Witch Queen. Solid content, right? We can't say it was bad. Good raid. Good story. PvP players would say it needs to be farther. We could say PvP. PvP is like right here, right now, right? It's non-existent. This is PvP. You're in the dirt right now, right? Where we need to be for it to work, for final shape, right here. That's right. We got a whole new level of overdelivery. That's right. This is the climax. This is the big finale. There's no reason it should be less than Forsaken. And it should not be at the same level as Witch Queen. Because it's the climax. And Witch Queen wasn't the climax. Anything below this is an L. A fat L. So, let's look at let's look at Forsaken here, okay? We'll do Forsaken. The final. Okay? The final shape, okay? We got Forsaken. What do we get? A full story. I think it was very, very good. Let's say we got the boss activity. I wouldn't call them champions, but the boss activity where you go and fight the different bosses. I don't know what you would call them. Hunts. Boss hunts. I think that's good. That's more content. That's in the game. Boss hunts. So we got story. We got boss hunts. Large raid. We got a big, like one of the biggest raids we've ever had. We got PvP maps. And we gotta do this. Maps. Not singular. Multiple maps. We got Gambit. Maps. New Nightfalls. I think we got 3 or 4. Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3. I think at least 3. I could, if I remember, because I know we have 1 in Dreaming City, 2 in, yeah, so 3 Nightfalls. What else? Oh, I should say long. It was a very long story, right? We got a dungeon. Right? We got the dungeon. 2 big locations. We didn't get 1 location. We got 2 different locations. We got the Dreaming City. We got the Distant Shore, or is it the Distant Shore? We got the shore map. It's been sunset so long it's already on my mind. I think Distant Shore is a multiplayer map. Whatever, you know, it's the shores. So we got that. All new gear. I don't think we got a reused gear asset. All new gear. Nothing. And I'm talking about surplus. There was a surplus of loot. It was absolutely crazy the amount of gear that we got. Multiple exotic missions. We had Wish Ender. Was there any other actual missions besides that? Because I think, oh yeah, Malfeasance. That's right. Malfeasance was one. I think we got this just by beating the mission of basic exotics to chase. Like there was a lot. All Forsaken exotics. Let's look at these. Let's see how many exotics they introduced. All Forsaken exotics. Sorry, I'm still covering some of it. But there you go. 1, 2, 3. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 weapons. Then there was 4 per class. 12 exotics among the classes. That's a lot. So what does the final shape need? All of this. All of it. Every last bit of it. All of this. All of it. It needs all of it. It needs to over-deliver. Honestly, what my expectations for me to think that Destiny, this is me, this is being fair, that it needs, the final shape needs to be like Forsaken. But for me, what I want is 5 Nightfalls. 5 PvP maps. 2 dungeons. With all this comes with multi ritual unique armor. I hate doing this with a mouse. With glows. That's right. I want fancy armor. Make me actually give a crap about this ritual armor. I want all the playlists to have fancy armor. I want tie-ins to all planets. I want a mission that ties in. If you made a mission on each planet to tie it in, to have the characters involved in their planets, involved also in the story, that's great. It's full circle. If we are ignoring all the destinations in Destiny and the climax, I think we're dropping the ball. If we only get the singular area, I think we're dropping the ball. This is the double D. The double D of overdelivery. This is overdelivery. This is what they don't want to do. This is what they will never do. But what I think they need to do. I'm just honest. If they did this, I'd buy the deluxe edition. I would give them my money. Because and Gambit friends, I didn't forget about you. 3 new maps. There you go. Gambit, you get 3 maps. And 3 new weapons. Just to make people come back to you. There you go. There's the double D of what I would like of overdelivery. Will it happen? No. What okay, so let's see. What is this gonna highlight? Let's talk about what we think is gonna happen. Will we get a long story? Maybe. We might get a long story. That might be feasible. Boss hunts. No, I don't think that's gonna happen. Large raid. I think our raid's gonna happen. I think we're going to get a singular map. I think we're going to get... I think we'll get the Nightfall. I don't think we'll get a dungeon. I think we'll get a big location. I think we'll get new gear for returning assets. And that's it. That's what I reasonably feel is going to happen. Out of all of this, out of the overdelivery and the double D delivery, I feel like we'll get a long story, a raid, a PvP map. We'll get 3 new Nightfalls, a big location, and some new gear. Oh, we'll get a exotic. And then basic exotic. I don't think we'll get exotic missions. I don't think we'll get a lot of it. I think we'll get 2, like what was Witch Queen? 2 per class, and then 1 or 2 new weapons. I know Osteo, and then what else? Let's see. Let's look at Witch Queen. Let's see. The bare minimum they'll do is Witch Queen, right? Witch Queen exotics. Let's see. What does this have? Nope. Doesn't have the Witch Queen exotics. No one's done a markup of the exotics? Remember when we got original weapons for expansions and not copy paste? Man, I remember that too. Granted, do I use any of these? Well, they nerfed this one. They nerfed this one. I think they nerfed this one. This one's not needed anymore because, well, there's better ones, and 600s just kind of suck. So they kind of went out of their way to kill these. But yeah, that's what I believe, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to... Oops. Oh, extra zoom. We're doing extra zoom for the call out. Yeah, this is what I think for Final Shape. I think Bungie needs to change their mindset. They need to take the Baldur Gates option where they over-deliver. They put their heart and soul into it. And it's not about microtransactions. All the good stuff isn't microtransactions. The new armor isn't all microtransactions. The exotics aren't all exotic ornaments instead of being new guns that we could have gotten. But will they do that? I have little faith in them. No, I have little faith in them. My cynicalism is so low with Bungie, with how they react to the community, how they've talked to others, and just this back and forth shadiness. This back and forth shadiness of what they say they do and what they don't do. Well, I didn't like that. Sure you didn't. Remember, like it? Oh, I don't like it. Who would have thunk? Who would have thunk? Imagine that. Crazy. But this right here, this attitude needs to change with Bungie, because you know they believe this. They believe this. They cannot over-deliver. They need to. They need to be at this part. They need... But that's the Final Shape needs to be celebrated and praised for setting high expectations, for over-delivery. And if they don't, then ladies and gentlemen, Destiny's dead. Or at least it's living on life support. But I'll be done with it. Like, the Final Shape, if it's not at my expectations, and guess what? Again, yes, it is about me, the consumer, as us, the community, consumer. If they don't feed us, if they don't give us what we order and what we expect out of the dish from the kitchen, guess what? Screw the cook. We're going to a different restaurant. That's how business works. This mentality that gamers can't criticize and can't want more and expect more out of their game, the game they play and love, but also out of the gaming community, is ludicrous. You get what you allow yourself to get. If you don't like it, then don't settle for it. It's anything in life. I'm not going to settle for a flaming turd. I don't know about you. If a chef comes out and says, here's a turd, shut up and eat it, am I going to eat it? No. If you try to force me to it, I'm going to throw it in your face. It's simple as that, right? So we need to stop taking the turds that Bungie wants to give us. I'm very interested to see what you guys think that they need to do to save Destiny, but also to deliver on the Final Shape to your expectations. Let me know in the comments down below. I thank you guys. I'm Mr. Gaming Counselor. And until next time, don't forget to be the best version of yourself. Don't let games ruin your mental health. Stupid people exist. Don't let them ruin your health. I thank you guys. And as always, game out. Seriously, how are you gonna like something and then say, oh, I didn't do it? We caught you in 4K footage, baby.